So, what's going on, guys? Today, I thought I'd show you 4 new additions to Subnautica, which all involve new sources of power. Now there's 4 of these new items: a thermal plant, a bioreactor, a nuclear reactor, and a power transmitter. So, I'm just going to bring my head up here and pull out my builder. And as you can see on the power tab, there is these 4 new items here. There's the power transmitter, which extends the range of a power source, the bioreactor composts plant matter to energy, a thermal plant which converts heat to energy, and a nuclear reactor which processes uranium into potent energy. So, if I first build the nuclear reactor, and if I place it around here, currently it only takes 1 titanium to build, but I doubt that's going to last because, after all, I'm sure a nuclear reactor will take a lot more building material than just a single piece of titanium. So, if I swim over to it a little bit and click onto it, you can see any uranium that I have in my inventory will be able to be processed through the nuclear reactor. So there's a piece of uranium there. Currently I don't know where you'd find them in the game. I don't even know if they're implemented properly, but for now I've just sort of spawned them in just to show you guys. So if I click on it, click process uranium, you see a little timer going on there, which I assume is the reactor processing that. I think. I'm not too sure, I kind of clicked off it then. Let me try this again. So I click. Okay, so currently I don't think it's actually allowing you to process uranium. I'm sure earlier that it was working when I tried it, so whether the update that came after it changed that, I don't know, but anyway, that was just like a little demonstration to show you how it will most likely work. So the next thing is the bioreactor. So if I go and build that just next to it here, it's slightly smaller, and this, if I click onto it, it sounds like the animation for the fabricator. So I assume once clicking onto that, it'll bring up something similar to the nuclear reactor, where it'll show this symbol here and bring up the little timer wheel there. So what this one does, it actually takes creep vine pieces, which are these, like, as most of you probably had these at some point during your gameplay, but this bioreactor actually takes the pieces of creep vine and processes them into energy. So this would be a good item to build, or say if you had your base near a creep vine biome, this would be a good one to go for, because you've obviously got quite a large source of energy right next to your base. So I'm not sure how much energy you can actually get from the bioreactor and how sort of sustainable it is, but either way it's pretty good that they're giving you sort of a wide array of different types of power sources. So for example, if you had no sunlight, or if you were building your base in, say, a cave or too deep down in waters, like your solar panels wouldn't work, it gives you a better option to create energy. So on that note, the last item is a thermal plant, which I'm actually going to just quickly sort of take you in to a different biome. So I'm just going to quickly go to the Water Islands biome, because below this there are some thermal vents, which I'm going to try and test the thermal reactor on these, because I'm pretty sure this is where, once they have been implemented properly, this is where you will use them. It makes the most sense. So let me just find a little thermal vent here. I'm sure they're around here somewhere. There we go. Let's try this one here. So, I'd assume correctly that you would simply build the thermal reactor here. Let me see if it lets you. No, it sort of stays red. Build it anywhere on the side here. No, it doesn't look like you can do that just yet, but I'd assume this is where you could build it. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's try this. See if this works. So like this is what it looks like. Currently all the models, they just like have that sort of grey tone to them, but obviously they're going to add colours another day. So yeah, the thermal plant, it looks like you're going to, like I said, build it over a thermal area like this, and then maybe those sort of bursts of energy or just the heat in general will charge this thermal reactor and provide you with an energy source. So this leads me to the power transmitter. So for example, well, saying this, it looks like that certain power sources may only reach a certain distance of your base. So say if you had a big base that spanned for a long period, and you had a nuclear reactor on one end of it, maybe the power source can only reach a certain distance through your base, and then say if you had your fabricator on the opposite side to your reactor, you could then place one of these power transmitters, say, in the middle of your base, and it'd extend the range of your power source further away from the actual source itself. So that's a pretty good idea. It's sort of kind of like a Wi-Fi booster, I guess, but power transmitter. So for example, say if that thermal reactor there could only reach here power-wise, maybe that booster there will give you the ability to expand your power sources way over here. You could possibly chain them. So like, do you think if, for example, my base was way, I don't know, say way over there in the distance, and this was the closest thermal area to my base, I could possibly build this thermal generator here and just build sort of like a chain of these boosters leading all the way back to my base and power my base that way. Maybe that would work. Just a theory, but that would be cool, because then you wouldn't have to sort of come all the way down here and build your base right next to all your power sources, and you could have them, you know, miles away and still get an efficient amount of energy. So that's pretty cool. And it also leads me to wonder, with all these updates being added now with power sources, whether they're going to change the way that bases work with power sources once they add, say, like the moon pool and different sort of newer areas to bases. Maybe you sort of have to keep on top of what your energy sources is, and like you use a certain amount of your total energy depending on what you're doing in your base. So maybe every time you dock your sea moth, or you do an action within your base that consumes power, you would have to sort of top up like a total amount of energy within your base, perhaps. I'm not too sure, but either way, I'm hoping that these make the game more enjoyable to play, more so than it already is. So yeah, that was just like a little quick update just to show you the new power sources at an early stage, and as soon as they do any more updates on this or anything else of major importance in the future, I will definitely cover that. So thank you for watching again, guys, and until next time, take it easy.